Hello friends, I welcome all of you in my channel S&T Power Vision. In this video, we'll learn about the software testing life cycle. This is one of the important question and if you are working for testing project and all, so this question is always asked here. So we'll discuss about in more detail here like what are the list of activity, what are the input and output of each steps here. So first thing that what is software testing life cycle, we'll discuss this here. Basically, STLC is the testing process which is executed in a systematic and planned manner. In STLC process, we carried out different kind of activity to improve the quality of the product here. Basically, it refers to the testing process which has a specific steps to be executed in a definite sequence to ensure that quality goals have been met here. In STLC process, each activity is carried out in a planned and systematic way, and each phase has different goals here. So here basically in STLC we have the some list of activity in a sequential manner here. So output of each steps is like input to the next steps here. So we'll discuss it in more detail here. So first step here in the STLC is the requirement analysis here. So what we do in this activity, basically we all the stakeholder like testing team, manager, lead, business, or whoever having interest in those project and all, they should sit together and all. After that, completely understand what is the requirement of the system, what is the roles and responsibility of each stakeholder. We discuss all those things. During this phase, the manager lead take many important decisions like what are the testing types and techniques to be performed, feasibility for the automation testing, implementation and all. After what are the like different kind of interface, what are the stakeholder, their roles and responsibility and all. They will discuss each thing here in this phase here. After that, the list of activity to be performed here like identify the type of test to be performed, gather detail about the testing priority and focus, prepare RTM like requirement traceability metrics, automation feasibility analysis and all. In VisionPlus and Alive, mostly most of the thing are manuals only. And after what is the RTM here? Here RTM stands for the requirement traceability metrics here. Suppose if you are working for the longer project like any compliance or any kind of migration from one system to another system and all, suppose you have given the so many like requirement ID and all. So for those ID, whether we have written the correct test cases or not, enough number of test cases or not, we prepare that thing that is called the requirement traceability matrix. Basically, purpose of preparing requirement traceability matrix is that okay, we have to make sure that all the we have covered test cases for all the requirement ID here. After requirement analysis, next stage the test planning here. This is one of the important steps after the requirement analysis here. Basically, in this phase, lead manager plan for the complete testing process here. Complete testing process means okay, like how many, what is the duration of the project, what is the like effort estimation, how many matches we required, what is the start date, end date, what is the test data requirement and all. We plan all those things here. After that, we have to test plan and share with the business. List of activity to be performed in this year like preparation of the test strategy and test plan here. After test tool selection, resource planning and determine roles and responsibility of each thing. Training requirement here. Training requirements like suppose we have so many functionality and all. Everybody don't know all the functionality and all. And there may be chances that some new people have been joined in the team and all. So you have to make sure that before the like actual execution and the start, we have to arrange the proper KT session or knowledge sharing session and also that everybody should be on the same page and also since the new member have joined and also so that time we have to arrange the like knowledge sharing session for them so that we at least execution and all things should go fine and smooth here. That is the purpose of arranging the training requirement or session here. After that, in test design, we create, review, and update of the test cases are done in these phases here. So whenever we are writing any test cases and also every project have its own format or template or standard kind of thing. So we have to follow that thing here. Because what happens many times, suppose you are not in the like you went on leave and also if other people are coming and all. Since we have the fixed template also, it should be easy for them to understand and work should go smooth way here. That is a that's why people should follow a common practice there. And also test case prepared by the test team are reviewed and approved here. and make sure that we have suppose so many column and all, make sure all the columns should be filled up correctly here to avoid any issue further. And also like suppose what happened test data preparation we needed here, like suppose for all our test cases what are the org logo, or suppose some new data need to be created and all those things we discuss here in this here test data creation steps here. Because what happened that in see test data creation vary from business to business here. In some business it takes more than like in a day we can't create the 10 account and all. In some business it's like very easy to board the account and also that time like when it happened to the test data creation and all we should plan all those things in this page only. After the list of the activity we do creation and review of the test case and test data creation here. After next is the implementation phase here. In this phase, we have to take care of the environment, like in which environment we are going to test here. So make sure that after test planning and all, this implementation phase, we have to make sure that testing environment should be ready here. After that, we have to make sure like whatever tools we are using, like QC, Jira, Rally, whatever tools we are using, that should be ready before the execution is start. And also like test data and all that should be prepared and have enough data so that during execution and all, we should not face any issue for the okay we don't have those data and all, so facing issues and all. So make sure that in implementation phase those things should be ready here. After the test execution here, so after the this implementation phase, next is the test execution here. So test cases prepared and uploaded into the execution tool or executed by tester in this phase here only. Suppose whatever test cases have been like we have written, so those things should be uploaded into the means respective tools here. After that, we have to start the execution and all. So whenever we start execution here, so make sure that we prioritize those execution as well here. Prioritize means so in Vision Plus what happened that okay some cases are like we can test immediately on the online and we can get the expected result immediately. After some cases have the single batch dependency means we give input after the run the daily batch, cycle batch, whatever it is and all. After that we get the results and all. And for some cases we have the multiple batch dependency and all. So we have to plan those things and also. Well, one thing when I start execution and also that is my like planning and all. First execute the online test cases and all immediately, so that we should be able to meet the daily count and all. Like that on daily basis we have to give some minimum number of count 8 or 10 and all depend on the model. So we have to meet all those conditions as well here. And second thing, like so during execution, some test for some cases and all, we might not get the expected result, like whatever results we are expecting, and whatever results we are getting. So those things differ and all. Those are the failed cases. For that, we have to raise the defect and that assign that defect to the development team, and also link those failed cases with the defect ID here. After that, what happened? Development team fix a defect and testing team retest the same and make sure that it should work fine here. After the in test execution list of activity we do, execute the test cases as per the plan, attach the pass log into the tools and raise the defect for the failed cases and link those defects to the failed cases also. Once the developer fix the defect, after that we have to retest the fixed defect here. Up next is the track the defect to the closure only. Maintain the D-scope tracker here. So what is D-scope tracker? Suppose we have like at the time of planning and all, we have written some cases and all. But at the time of actual execution and all, like suppose data is not available or we don't have the proper access or code have not been moved due to some reason. Also there are various things happened here. So those cases for which we are not able to proceed and all, we have to move the okay this test cases should be the Dscope here, and we maintain the Dscope tracker for those things also. And after that, in the last, we prepare the like daily execution report, after weekly status report, monthly status report, defect status, Dscope tracker, or the list of any issue which we are facing, like access issue, or like something in like suppose we wanted some variable to be there, but that is not maintained and all anyway. So those things should be maintained properly here. After that, next is the defect life cycle. Here, what we do in the defect life cycle, suppose we have raised the defect. That time its status is the new, and after we have to assign it to the concerned team or concerned person. That time, like status is like open, like after assign it's open here. After that, developer what we do, he open the defect and all, he check it whether that is a valid defect or not. If it is invalid defect and all, he can reject those defect, and after that, suppose the defect is valid, what he do, like he fix those defect and all, and after he reassign it to the testing only. After the tester, he retest those defect, and if it is fine, then he can go for its closure, mentioning the comment and all. Okay, this defect we have raised. This is like everything is fine. We can go for its closure, and suppose he not able to close, sometime it happen, so he can assign it to the concerned team or concerned person for its closure. Like suppose developer is still testing team still find that okay that defect is not closed and all, he can reopen and reassign it to the developer team only. So this is the entire defect life cycle here. After that, in the last, we see the test closure here. In this stage, like evaluation is done for the executed test case here. Test closure report are prepared here. So before test closure and all, we have to make sure that all the test cases should be executed here. Means it may be pass, fail and all. So make sure that 100% execution should be done here. After that, we do the proper analysis done and documentation is done for the critical defect here. So list of activity we do like submitting the test summary report here, share the experience with the team and get the feedback, any issue, concern and all here. Like what are the challenges we faced, what are the issues we have faced. So how we can improve those things in the next release or next project and all. We discuss everything in this here. So this is all about the software testing life cycle here. I hope you like the video. Please like, share and subscribe my channel SNT Power Vision. Thank you.